watching Ask the Institute, presented by the Options Institute at CBOE.
Welcome to Ask the Institute, where we explore the topics that you want to know about. I'm Michelle Kaufman, Market Observer at the Options Institute, the Education Division of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. In today's Ask the Institute, I'm going to explain how profit-loss diagrams are created. Profit-loss diagrams are essential tools for traders new to options because they help a trader graphically understand a strategy. A profit-loss diagram tells you the most you can make, the most you have at risk, and where the strategy will break even at expiration. As a trader, if you draw a profit-loss diagram for a strategy, then there is a much greater chance that you will really be fully aware of what that strategy involves. That is why I want to explain step-by-step profit and loss diagrams and how they are created. Let's start with the basic strategy of buying a 50-strike call for $2.75 per share. To make things simple, I am not going to identify a stock symbol or state the expiration date. As you can see, the first step in a profit-loss diagram is to create a profit-loss table. At the top, we've described the strategy as buy one 50-strike call at $2.75. Note that $2.75 per share is assumed. The actual cost of this option is $275 plus commissions. Now, we've created a profit-loss table. In the far left column of the table is a range of stock prices from below the option strike price to above it. Finally, note that the table has three more columns, one for the option's value at expiration, one for the option's cost, and one for the profit or loss. Here in step 2, we simply write in the cost of the option, which is $2.75 or $2.75 per share, all in a row. Remember, where the stock price rises or falls and whether we make or lose money, this option cost is $2.75 per share. Now in step 3, we have some thinking to do. In the value at expiration column, we write the option's intrinsic value if the option is in the money, or 0 if the option is at the money or out of the money. In the top row, for example, with the stock price of $60, the intrinsic value of the 50-strike call is $10 at expiration, so the number 10 goes in this box in the table. We see that in the next step, step 4, we calculate the profit or loss. The profit or loss is simply the difference between the first and second columns. In the top row, with the stock price of $60, for example, the option's value of 10 minus the cost of $2.75 leaves us with a profit of $7.25 or $725 including commissions. In the bottom row, the result is a loss. With the stock price at $45, the 50-strike call expires worthless, and the full cost of the call plus commissions is lost. Now in step 5, creating the profit-loss diagram begins. The horizontal axis on the profit-loss diagram contains a range of stock prices from below the option strike price to above it. For this diagram, I've chosen the range of $45 to $55. The vertical axis contains a range of likely profit or loss outcomes, and I've used the range of a loss of $10 to a profit of $10. Remember, all values are per share. As we continue to create the diagram with step 6, we take the profit or loss numbers from the rightmost column of the profit-loss table and plot them on the diagram. We show only the loss outcomes of $2.75 per share, which occurs if the stock price is at or below $50 at expiration. Finally, in step 7, the profit-loss results with the stock price above 50 are added to the profit-loss diagram. Again, the numbers from the rightmost column of the right profit-loss table are plotted on the diagram. And as the diagram shows, as the stock price rises above the stock price, $50 in this example, the cost of the call is recovered, and then the long call strategy begins to make a profit. So here you have it, a completed profit-loss diagram of the long call strategy. Now, to learn more about profit-loss diagrams, review our online courses on this topic in CBOE's Online Education Center, located here at cbo.com. Once again, this is Michelle Kaufman, Market Observer at the Options Institute, exploring the topics that you want to know about.